Hey guys, it's Gard, and today I'm going to tell you guys about some things that you should know about the AKAI MPK Mini Mk2. I know that Mk3 is out already, but I figured there's probably a bunch of you that still have this keyboard, and whether you're new to this keyboard or have had it for a few months or years, I think these are some things that every AKAI MPK Mini owner should know. Definitely make sure that you have this set up already. If you are using Ableton, I do have a video on how to set up the AKAI MPK Mini with Ableton Live. So if you haven't watched that video yet, watch that one first before you watch this one. Alright, so without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, so one of the things that you should know about the AKAI MPK Mini is what each and every one of these things mean right above each key. So I'm going to go ahead and explain those to you and turn on the arpeggiator. And actually, before we even get into what's on the keys, I want you to notice how the tempo changes as you change the tempo on the tap tempo button. Okay, so now I'm going to show you what the individual keys do. So if you hold on the arpeggiator button and then hold a key, and then just notice how when I do the hold and then press a key, how that changes the arpeggiator. This is also really relevant to working with drums, which I will get into later on in the video. Okay, awesome. So now that you know what holding down the on-off arpeggiator button while pressing one of these keys do, we're going to go over this section now. So once again, we're going to go ahead and hold that button and then press the up key. And this is what that sounds like. Hold down. And we're just going to go over every single one of these so you can hear how it affects the arpeggiator. And then last here we have hold latch, which is a pretty cool feature. It basically allows you to play the sound without having to hold down the keys. Then of course you just hold latch again to turn it off. Okay, so now we're going to play with this part of the keyboard. So this is going to really play with the octaves in your arpeggiators. So if you notice that first key, it plays with one octave. So let's hear what that sounds like. Okay, so now let's try, oops, I can't reach. Okay, now let's try with the two octaves. Notice how it changes it up. Okay, so now we're going to go to 3 octaves. Alright, now 4 octaves. Cool, so now let's try the swing. So just listen really closely to how each one affects the arpeggiator. Okay, so now you know what all of these do, and it's not just useful for the piano on the arpeggiator, it's also useful for like a drum kit, for example. To use the note repeat function, you're basically going to hold the note repeat button down and then press down whatever element of your drum kit you want repeated. And then if you want to change it up, you can do the trick with the arpeggiator and then hold a key. Notice how that changes up the hats. So that is the note repeat function and how to use it with like a drum kit. And yeah, you can get pretty creative with it. Another thing that you should know about the AKAI MPK Mini is that the pads are velocity sensitive. But if you want the pads to be at full level velocity every time you touch it, no matter how soft you touch it, you can do that by pressing the full level button, and it'll give you full velocity no matter how lightly you touch the pads. Another thing you want to know about this keyboard is how to use these knobs. These knobs right here that are really fun to play with, you want to know how to use them. Okay, so you can actually MIDI map these to different audio effects. So for example, if I go to audio effects here and I just grab the auto filter, then go to the upper right and click MIDI, and then I'm going to click frequency, turn a knob, and now it is mapped to the knob. Click MIDI again to click out, and now I am good to go. By the way, if you want to know about more effects that you can map to your knobs using your MIDI keyboard, I do have another tutorial on that, so I'll go ahead and link that below. So another thing that you should know about your AKAI MPK Mini is how to use Bank A and Bank B. A good example for when you'll need to use this is for when you're working with a drum kit. So right now we're in Bank A, so this is what Bank A has. And then this is what Bank B has. Okay, so if you notice, it didn't hit like all of the drums. So let's go ahead and just press this program select. And we're gonna go ahead and press it and then press the program 2. So again, let's try Bank A. And now let's try Bank B. So cool, so now we were able to get to everything in our drum kit with the pads. Very nice. And then we have the pitch bend. That's very easy to use. This is what it does. This is what it sounds like. So there you go, you guys. Do not underestimate this little guy because there are so many cool features on it. There are just so many ways to make music with this MIDI keyboard. Honestly, this video is long overdue. I've been meaning to make this video for a long time, and but hey, better late than never, right? And just a quick heads up, I do have a whole AKAI MPK Mini playlist of just like tutorials of how to like play with your drum pads, use live effects, and just a bunch of cool stuff. So definitely go check that out if you would like. I hope this was helpful to you guys. I hope that you guys learned something. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new because I talk about all things music production and stuff. Yeah, that is about it. I will see you guys on the next one.